Let's play Space Empires 4X with the Close Encounters expansion on Tabletop Simulator. This is the 8th video of this series. You can find a playlist of all the videos in the description. On the last part, my battlecruiser fleet performed remarkably well. At first, I was nervous that my lack of warship purchases would have negative consequences, but I was able to stop 2 enemy fleets oversight with minimal losses. Furthermore, I was able to position my new miners on nebulas to start generating income using the terraforming technology I invested in. I decided to go for fighter tech, in part because of the alien technology I acquired and in another to counteract the boarding tech of the Red Alien. I was able to build a very powerful fleet of fighters, keeping the technology secret from my opponents. Now the fleet is right outside the Red Aliens colony, waiting for the order to strike. But the aliens were able to launch 2 new expansion fleets that are very close to my home system and should be entering it this round. This may throw a wrench at my invasion plans. Before we start the 11th movement turn, I will perform the aliens' economic phase. The aliens have now seen my defense technology levels, so I'll update that on the spreadsheet. Okay, I think that's the only tech I need to mark. Let's run the sheet to see what they get. The Red Alien adds all its rolls to the fleet column. That's a total of 60 CP. It launches an extermination fleet that will target my homeworld. The Blue Alien will add 30 CP to its fleet column and 10 to its tech. It will not launch this round. The Red Extermination fleet contains 60 CP worth of ships. Let's add the new Extermination fleet on the board. It'll be the Red Alien's 6th fleet. Okay. Let's figure out the destinations of the aliens. As said before, the extermination fleet will target my homeworld. Now, let's do the Red 5th fleet. It will go to Vega since it is less defended. And the Blue 5th fleet will target side. Alright, let's proceed to the first movement turn of the round. The 2 fleets bearing down on my home system will attack 2 different planets at the same time. This is a big problem for me. I'll need to split my rigard, which is composed of 1 battlecruiser and 2 fully loaded carriers. It is almost certain they will not be enough to stop the 2 50-plus fleets. Fortunately, I think I can still salvage the situation. If I divert my main fleet to take on the Red Alien player's 5th fleet, that way my rigard can focus on the Blue fleet oversight. This will mean I will have to postpone my invasion plan. But if everything goes well, I'll be able to get back on track on the last movement turn. My main fleet is becoming unwieldy. I think it's a good time to start using the fleet board and markers to save space on the map. My main fleet will use a Gnosis marker to represent it. I will leave the sweeper and transports outside the fleet marker. I would like to manage them separately. Let's make the fleet board a tad larger to accommodate more ship markers. It is way too small. Okay, now that things are a little less congested, I'll start by moving my new transport to the asteroid field to join the invasion force. I'll move the ships on side down. I would like them closer to the action just in case. The miner will make it to Psi. I'll upgrade it next turn to be able to extract resources from nebulas. We'll need to spend 1 turn without moving on. A sector with a shipyard. The other miner will go after the minerals from the capital. Okay, now let's move the enemy fleets. The Red fleet will circumvent my fleet and move on to the nebula. The Red Extermination fleet will leave its homeworld. And the Blue fleet will move on to the nebula, getting closer to Psi. Onto the second movement turn. Things are about to get hot now. I'll divert Gnosis to attack the 5th Red Fleet in the nebula. I'll leave behind the sweeper and transports to avoid losing them. I could reinforce with my nearby carrier, but if I do that, it won't be able to make it back to site and help against the blue alien. So instead, I think I'll move them to join the rest of the rearguard. The shipyard's on site. I'll upgrade my miner to terraforming tube, but it will have to remain still. That will cost me 1 CP. I'll mark the row for CP spent on upgrades. This cost will be reduced from my leftover from last round. The other miner will reach the capital and collect the minerals. That's all the ships I'll move this turn. It's time for Gnosis' fleet to take on the Red Alien's 5th. Okay, let's prepare the battle board. The battlecruiser Group 1 is at the skilled level. Group 2 is legendary and Group 3 is veteran. This will be the first time I have fighters in a battle. They have an initiative of B, and level 1 fighters have an attack strength of 5. Let's find out the composition of the Red Alien fleet. The fleet has 50 CP to spend. The battle will not take place on a planet sector. Alright, the alien purchases Ground 3 technology. It'll now be able to purchase grav units and land troops using drop pods. The fleet is composed of 2 cruisers, 2 boarding ships, and a fully loaded transport ship. I almost forgot that the battle will be in a nebula. All ships, except the boarding ships, will fire with initiative E. I have a total of 11 ships. The alien only has 5. It won't be able to screen its transport, and I'll get the fleet size bonus. The alien ships will fire first since they are defending. Let's start with the cruisers. I think they will try to take out my fighters first. The cruisers have a 5 attack strength, but my fighters have 1 defense, so they'll need force to hit. I managed to destroy one of my fighters. Now, the roll for a promotion. Remember, the Red Alien has Academy too, so we'll need a 3 or less. Now the transport will have a shot at the fighters. It will only hit with once. So it misses. Now it's my ship's turn to fire. I will try to take out those boarding ships. I don't want them taking over any of my ships. The fighters will fire first. They have a base attack strength of 5, but my attack tech and fleet size bonus will make them hit on 7s or less. Only the 6 is a hit. It's not enough to take out the boarding ship. I'll mark it as damage. Let's see now. I think the legendary battlecruisers will fire next. They'll need to roll 8s to hit the boarding ship. It will receive the fleet size bonus and attack tech just like the fighters, but additionally its veterancy over the boarding ship will give it +1 strength. That's 2 hits. I'll take out one of them. Unfortunately, my legendary ships can't gain any more experience. The veteran battlecruisers are next. They also will target the boarding ships and will need 8 or less to hit. Yes, the first roll is a hit and it is destroyed. Okay, with the second roll. Let's target the cruiser since the transport isn't a threat. The cruiser does have a defense of 1, so they'll need 7s to hit. 6, that's a hit. Oh wait, it only damages the cruiser. You still get to roll for a promotion for destroying the boarding ship. A 4 would do it. Okay, that's not enough for a promotion. Let's keep going. The Argo will have a shot at the cruiser now. It doesn't have attack, or veterancy over the cruisers, so it will hit with 4s only. 3, this time a cruiser is taken out. Okay, the Argo can roll for experience. I think that's... yes, a 4 is enough for a promotion. The Argo is now veteran. The older battle cruisers are next. It will also target the cruiser. It does have attack, so it will hit with 6s. A hit and a miss. That's 1 damage to the cruiser. And to finish my ship's attack, the carrier will fire at the cruiser as well. It has a total strength of 5, minus the cruiser's defense. That'll be forced to hit. The 3 hits, it takes down the last cruiser. The carrier will roll for experience. And it gets it. Not bad. We got 2 promotions this battle. Now, we are ready to start a new firing round. This battle is practically over. The red transport can only hope to make a little damage with its first shot. It will most probably not survive this round. Alright, so the transport needs a 1 to down a fighter. It doesn't get the 1. My skilled battle cruisers will shoot first. I'll need 6s to hit. So that's the battle. They'll just need an experience roll to end it. And yet another promotion. They'll be promoted to veteran. This was a great battle for me. Despite the nebula giving the red alien a small edge, I completely overwhelmed the enemy with fleet gnosis. The sheer amount of firepower plus the numerical advantage was too much for the 50 CP enemy fleet. A fighter squadron was my only loss. Okay, let's update the ship list. The battle cruiser Group 1 and the Argo were promoted to veteran. The carrier Group 1 was also promoted to veteran. Let's also update the production sheet with the impact to our maintenance from losses and purchases. A lost fighter will bring down my maintenance by 1. The fully loaded carrier and battle cruiser I bought last round will increase my maintenance by 4. Alright, I'll clean up the rest of the markers and we'll proceed to the aliens' movement turn. The 6th Extermination Fleet will keep moving towards my homeworld. It will move 2 sectors this turn. The 5th Blue Expansion Fleet will move 1 sector. Next turn, it will reach side. We can now start the 3rd movement turn. Having dealt with the Red Fleet and relieving the pressure from my rear guard, Gnosis can now focus on the invasion of Babbage. I will move in the transports and the sweeper along with the fleet. My rearguard can either move to the empty sector or back to side. If it moves to the empty sector, it will cause the blue alien fleet to divert and circumvent my fleet. This will effectively delay its assault on my colony, allowing me time to reinforce and attack it next round. Let's see. I think I'll just move it back to site and take my chances with the attack on site. My rearguard is pretty powerful and should be able to handle it. Alright, but before I do that, the fleet is kinda big. Let's give it a name marker to make it easier to manage. I'll use logos as its fleet marker. The miner is finally upgraded and can extract resources from a nebula. Now that I think about it, I could have moved one of my MS pipeline to the nebula last turn to have the miner start producing this economic phase. At his 4 CP, I will lose this round. But that's okay. I think I'll be fine. The miner and the capital will warp back to my home system carrying the 10 minerals. That's it for my movement turn. I'll proceed with the battle over Babbage. If I remember correctly, the scouts on Babbage were veteran. Let's check the red alien ship list. Yes, that's correct, they are veteran. The veteran destroyers should be on the other colony on Kabul. The red troops will be on the colony waiting to defend it. The red player will protect its colony by spending some of its accumulated CP on the defense column of the spreadsheet. Let's see what it purchases by running the calculation. It spent 18 CP. It will reinforce its fleet with a base and its colony with 2 additional heavy infantries. Although it didn't this time, the alien could have purchased mines. That's why my minesweeper came along. I have a total of 14 ships, and the red alien has 8. I will screen 3 of my transports, so I will have a total of 11 ships in combat. Neither of us will have fleet size advantage this round. The red base has the highest initiative and will start firing. It'll target my fighter squadrons. It has an attack of 7, and my fighters a defense of 1, so it will need 6 or less to hit. I want to make one last change. I think I'll screen my sweeper as well. I will need it to assault the next colony, and its contribution to this battle will be minimal. Okay, back to the battle. The base will attack my fighters, 6s to hit. And that's a kill. The legendary battlecruisers will go first. I think the base is dangerous, but they will target the scouts. The base has too much defense, and the veterancy bonus doesn't apply against it. The scouts have no defense, so the battlecruisers will hit with 7 or less. That's a hit and a miss. I take out 1 scout. Let's now go with the battlecruiser group 1. They'll also shoot at the scouts. There is no veterancy bonus since both have the same level, so they'll hit with 6s. Again, that's just 1 hit. I take out another scout. The battlecruisers get a promotion roll. No promotion. The carrier will fire at the scouts. It needs the roll of 4 or less. It misses with a 9. The Argo will fire at the scouts. Also needs 4s. It also misses the scouts. Now the battlecruiser group 3, also at the scouts, 6 to hit. My rolls have been abysmal. That's 2 more misses. As my fighter is left to fire this round. It will also go for the scouts. It needs 6 to hit. Oh boy, another miss. The enemy scouts will get to fire now. The 4 surviving scouts will try to destroy the fighter first. I'll hit with 2 or less. 7, that's a miss. 5, another miss. Okay, that's a miss too, and now the last scout will fire. That's a miss too, and my fighter survives the barrage. The transport will now try to take out the fighter. It will only hit with once. It misses. The fighter survives to fight another round. No one has a fleet size advantage yet. The base will start firing. It will target the poor fighters this time, as 6 or less will hit. Is that a 9? Yes, miraculously, the fighter survives. I guess some of my bad luck rubbed onto the red alien. Okay, my legendary battle cruisers will go next. No, I think I will fire with the fighters first. I'll target the base. Let's try to destroy it this round. The base has 2 defense, so it needs force to hit. The 6 is a miss. Let's now fire with my battle cruisers group 3. Remember, there is no veterancy bonus against bases. They'll also hit with 4s then. Only the 3 is a hit. I'll place a damage marker on the base. I need to score 2 more hits to destroy it. The Argo will have a go now. It will only hit with 2 or less against the base. You know what? That's too low. It will be better to shoot against the scouts. I'll hit with 4s against them. Oh wow, that would have been a hit against the base as well. So, I destroy a scout. Now, an experience roll for the Argo. No promotion. The battlecruiser group 1 will resume firing at the base, forced to hit. And they take it out with 2 hits. That was an awesome roll. Now I can focus on the scouts. The carrier will fire at them. We'll need 4s. Okay, so it does take out a scout. It'll need another 2 to get promoted. No. And finally, my legendary battle cruisers will fire at the scouts. 7s to hit. 2 more hits and I wipe out the scouts. Now the transport gets a shot before starting what should be the final firing round of the space battle. It'll try to destroy the fighters again. Only once hit. It misses. So now I get the fleet size bonus. The fighters will shoot at the transport. I'll need 6 to hit. So it's barely a miss. Now the battle cruisers group 3, they do get veterancy bonus. They'll hit with 7s. Okay, so that is it for the space battle. Just need to roll for experience. Nothing. Let's set up the battle on the ground. The alien troops will have a free firing round. The heavy infantry will start. They'll need 5s to hit my marines. 2 hits, they kill 1 marine. The alien marines will fire with a strength to fight, since they're defending. They hit with 4s then. 1 hit, so they only win the marine. The 5 militia will hit with 4s as well. Incredible, just 1 hit, but it is enough to kill the wounded marine. We start the second firing round. The heavy infantry will go first, 5s to hit. Just 1 hit from the 3 rolls. My marines have higher initiative than the red marines since they are attacking. I roll against the militia first. They'll need 6 to hit. The first group scores 3 hits. The second group will keep firing at the militia. One hit from the first 2 rolls. The third roll is also a hit, so I kill all the militia. I will target the Red Marines for the last 2 rolls of the group. Now they'll need 5s to hit. No hits. The last group of 6 Marines will fire. With the 3 hits, I kill 1 Marine and win another. I still have 2 rolls left. That's a miss. And another miss. The lone Red Marine will fire back now, 4s to hit. It does kill another of my Marines. Another firing round. The heavy infantries need 5s. They only managed to hit 1. My Marines will try to kill the Red Marine first, 5s to hit. The first roll kills it. Now I'll fire at the heavies. They have 2 defense, so they'll need 4s to hit. That's 3 hits. I kill 1 and wound the other. Let's roll 6 more dice for the last group. And that's it. 3 more hits in it is just enough to kill last garrison heavies. With that, I take over the Red Aliens colony of Babbage. This battle was long, but I never really felt in trouble. Incredibly, I only lost a few Marines and 1 fighter squadron. Alright, I'll clean up the board and move the surviving units back to the map. Since I conquered the colony, I get to place my colony marker on the planet with 1 step back in its development from the original colony. In this case, it will be a 3 CP colony. I also get to steal a random alien tech card from the Red Alien. Okay, so I pull efficient factories. It will give me an extra CP for each fully developed colony. This is a really good one for me at this stage of the game since all my colonies are fully developed. One last thing I need to do is to remove 1 colony from the spreadsheet for the Red Alien. The aliens will also lose 2 victory points for the colony and 1 for the technology card. Now they are down to 5 points. Okay, I'll stop this part here. The video ran long because of the big battle. I finally was able to put a dent on the alien players. By taking Babbage, the Red Alien's economy will take a hit. On the next one, I'll finish up the movement phase of the alien players and carry out the ensuing battle oversaw with the blue alien. I'll also complete the economic phase for the round. Thanks for watching and don't forget to leave a comment if you would like to share your thoughts. I'll see you on the next one.